Class 7, Sacred Heart Senior Secondary School, BRS Nagar. Science, Lesson 8, Winds, Storms and Cyclones. An effort by Hanokor, Class 7, Pink. For tuitions, please call 9815444985. Wind. Moving air is called wind. Air around us exerts pressure. Air moves from the region where the air pressure is high to the region where the pressure is low. Air expands on heating and contracts on cooling. The warm and moist air is lighter and rises up. The cooler air at higher altitudes is heavy and sinks downwards. When the warm air in a particular region rises up, the atmospheric pressure in that region falls. Uneven heating of the earth provides energy to produce wind movements. These situations are: 1. Uneven heating between the equator and the poles. 2. Uneven heating of land and water. Fast-moving wind is accompanied by the fall in the air pressure. High-speed winds and the difference in air pressure causes cyclones, tornadoes, rainstorm, etc. With the help of radar and satellite imagery, it is easier to predict the formation and movement of cyclones. People in coastal regions should always remain ready to face cyclones. Anemometer, a device used for measuring wind speed. The word monsoon is derived from the Arabic word mawsum, which means season. The monsoon winds carry water and it rains. In nature itself there are certain situations that can sometimes create disasters and pose threat to humans, animals and plant life. Two such situations are thunderstorms and cyclones. Uneven heating of land, especially the Rajasthan desert, generates monsoon winds from the southwest direction in summer. These winds carry lots of water from the Indian Ocean. Uneven heating of land and water in winter generate winds from the northwest colder land. These colder winds carry little water, hence bring a small amount of rain in winter. Thunderstorm. Thunderstorm is caused by violent air currents inside the cumulus thunder clouds. Inside the clouds, the warm and moist air rapidly rises up. In doing so, the water vapor in it rapidly condenses to form tiny droplets of water, which freeze to form small particles of ice. During the condensation and freezing, a large amount of heat energy is released. This heat energy further pushes up the air at a higher speed. The water and ice particles rub against each other in rapidly rising air. This builds up a negative electric charge in the cloud. This electric charge is then released by the clouds by the stroke of lightning. The lightning heats the surrounding air to a temperature of 30,000 degrees Celsius, which is 5 times hotter than the surface temperature of the sun. The heat released by lightning makes the air expand very, very fast, faster than the speed of sound. This in turn produces a crash or thunder, similar to the sound produced by the supersonic aeroplanes. The thunderstorms are accompanied by heavy rains and high-speed wind, which can damage weak buildings, uproot trees, submerge crops, and can cause flash floods. This on the whole causes a lot of economic loss and misery to the humans. Precautions in the thunderstorm. Do not take shelter under an isolated tree. If you are in a forest, take shelter under a small tree. Do not lie on the ground. Do not take shelter under an umbrella with a metallic end. Do not sit near a window. Open garages, storage sheds, metal sheds are not safe places to take shelter. A car or a bus is a safe place to take shelter. If you are in water, get out and go inside a building. Tornadoes. A tornado is a dark funnel-shaped cloud that reaches from the sky to the ground. Most of the tornadoes are weak. A violent tornado can travel at speeds of about 300 kilometers per hour. Tornadoes may form within cyclones. The whole coastline of India is vulnerable to cyclones, particularly the east coast. The west coast of India is less vulnerable to cyclonic storms both in terms of intensity and frequency of the cyclones. In our country they are not very frequent. The diameter of a tornado can be as small as a meter and as large as a kilometers, or even wider. The funnel of a tornado sucks dust, debris and everything near it at the base due to low pressure and throws them out near the top. Cyclones. Winds blowing at a speed of 120 kilometers per hour or above are known as cyclones in countries along Indian Ocean. In the United States of America and West Indies these winds are called hurricanes. In Japan and China these winds are called typhoons. The center of a cyclone is a calm area. It is called the eye of the storm. A large cyclone is a violently rotating mass of air in the atmosphere, 10 to 15 kilometers high. The diameter of the eye varies from 10 to 30 kilometers. It is a region free of clouds and has light winds. Around this calm and clear eye, there is a cloud region of about 150 kilometers in size. In this region there are high-speed winds 150 to 250 kilometers per hour, and thick clouds with heavy rain. Away from this region the wind speed gradually decreases. The formation of a cyclone is a very complex process. Cyclones can be very destructive. Strong winds push water towards the shore even if the storm is hundreds of kilometers away. These are the first indications of an approaching cyclone. The water waves produced by the wind are so powerful that a person cannot overcome them. The low pressure in the eye lifts the water surface in the center. The rising water may be as high as 3 to 12 meters. It appears like a water wall moving towards the shore. As a result, the seawater enters the low-lying coastal areas, causing severe loss of life and property. It also reduces the fertility of the soil. Continuous heavy rainfall may further worsen the flood situation. High-speed winds accompanying a cyclone can damage houses, telephones and other communication systems, trees, etc., causing tremendous loss of life and property. Precautions if you are staying in a cyclone-hit area. 1. Do not drink water that could be contaminated. 2. Always store drinking water for emergencies. 3. Do not touch wet switches and fallen power lines. 4. Do not go out just for the sake of fun. 5. Do not pressurize the rescue force by making undue demands. 6. Cooperate and help your neighbors and friends. Here are some important terms. Eye of cyclone: the low-pressure funnel which sucks up warm and moist air above the sea. Hurricane: name of cyclone in the United States of America. Typhoon, another name for a cyclone in the South China Sea and Japan. Lightning, a brilliant flash of light formed during thunderstorm, due to the discharge of electrically charged clouds. Air, low pressure, a region of warm and moist air which is at a lower pressure than the surrounding atmosphere. Monsoon, a system of wind which moves from the sea towards the land, in the latitudes of 5 degrees to 30 degrees. Thunderstorm, the storms are accompanied by rain and lightning, at a speed of 89 to 102 kilometers per hour. Tornado, a dark funnel-shaped cloud formed on the land, such that it reaches from the sky to the ground.